force is going to come from behind here, so if Flash decides to rush in, Rumble will annihilate his force now that he has 12 Zerglings in back. I thought for a second Rumble was going to rush towards Flash's main base. That would also be a smart move, I think, although I think he barely has enough to defend without those Zerglings. I think now he has enough to defend without those Zerglings, so those dozen Zerglings could be trying to intercept reinforcements or something like that. That could be a good use for them. But it looks like he might actually decide to surround these Medic Marines before Flash even attacks. And here it looks like he is going to go for the Zergling kill on the Medic Marines. I think this is a little unnecessary, though. He's going to lose a lot of these Zerglings, but oh man, losing a lot of Zerglings there. Flash still holds the position with those 2 hero Firebats. That's right, those are Firebat hero. That's what Firebat Hero does when he's not practicing on Samson Khan. He plays for Flash and he barbecues Zerglings. He kills 9 Zerglings with 1 Firebat and 7 Zerglings with the other Firebat, and that was way premature for Rumble. I think he should have just waited the extra minute for these Lurkers and try to surround Flash then, but I guess he just wanted to kill those forces off, and it did not work out well for him. Definitely cost him more minerals than it cost Flash, and once again he's going to lose those straggling Zerglings. He's going to try to go for another Zergling surround, but unfortunately his Zergling control is nowhere near a player like Quanro's Zergling control. Just not that good in general, and looks like he's actually going to go for an attack here, a surround attack, but just, oh man, not getting the Lurkers in position, once again losing a lot of Zerglings here unnecessarily, and Flash was just absolutely beautiful micro. And looking at the mineral count, also Rumble's having a bit of problems with his macro. He's at 900, 800 minerals and gas, and that is not good when you're behind as he is right now. He needs to use his APM, whatever APM he has, to macro up, but he can't because he's trying to constantly surround Flash. Finally, he will take down this hero Firebat. Oh my god, this Firebat has 15 kills before it goes down. Absolutely insane Firebat hero for Flash, and wow, that was seriously what Firebat Hero is doing when he is not playing for Samson Khan. He just moonlights as Flash's units. Just absolutely incredible there. And Rumble is hugely behind once again. Flash already up to Science Facility. Rumble just barely with his Queen's Nest up. And importantly, he just doesn't have the Lurkers he needs now to do any kind of pressure on Flash, to put any kind of pressure on Flash. And he's even farther behind, I think, than he was last game on Othello. And once Flash gets those siege tanks out and rolling, and once he gets that Science slot, I think it's going to be GG for Rumble. I think this time around, he didn't even build a Spire, so he won't even have Scourge to deal with the Science vessels, and this could just be terrible. Absolutely terrible for Rumble. Pretty much, unless Flash breaks 3 out of his 10 fingers, I think Rumble is going to lose this game. I think if Flash broke 2, I think he would still win. Especially if they were on just one hand, I think he could still handle it. Maybe he couldn't handle it if they were both thumbs. I think if there were like both other fingers, he could handle it though. He could win this game. Flash now pushing forward with 2 tanks and that large group of Medic Marines. I wonder what Rumble's upgrades are actually up to. I don't think it's going to be enough to help him though. He might have that +1 Carapace, but against tanks and Science vessels, when you're this far behind, it's going to be very tough. And he doesn't. I still haven't seen that Spire, so these Science vessels are going to fly around unmolested, and it's just going to be a disaster for Rumble. So Rumble is going to try to hold the central area here, but Flash is going to be pushing forward pretty soon with those sieged up tanks, and Lurkers, of course, are very vulnerable to siege tanks. And now he's clumping those Lurkers, interesting enough. I don't think that's a good formation. I think that's actually the worst formation to put them in, because now the siege tanks will be able to splash against them. Flash with the +1 attack upgrade, and oh, that SCV running past like 6 Lurkers without taking any damage, now finally getting taken out. But he's done enough. He's already spotted the Lurkers for Flash, and Flash now is going to have the siege tanks in position. 3 tanks there, going to be pounding away, and a Queen out. What is Rumble doing? Queen has parasited Flash's Science vessel, but really, I mean, you generally want to go for these silly strategies when you're ahead, not when you're behind, but someone forgot to tell Rumble this. Maybe Rumble is trying to infest one of Flash's command centers, but oh wait, he hasn't done a single point of damage to Flash's command center, so that's not going to be useful. So I think Rumble is just not taking the game very seriously now. The Queen certainly isn't going to help him make a difference, but now he's going in for the Lurker attack here. Flash has gotten his units spread in a nice formation here, and he's going to take down all these Lurkers. Wow, that one Marine getting getting Matrix there, and he will go and proceed to hunt down the lurkers and take down the game. So unfortunately, Flash has all of his fingers, and Rumble will not win this game. He actually does have a Spire, and he now has a Defiler's Den, so actually he might be able to hold on for a little bit longer, but really with Flash's control, it's going to be very, very hard with barely any army left. And now rushing forward with his tanks, Flash needs to be careful not to lose the tanks though, and Flash might be allowing Rumble into the game. No, Flash just has too many Medic Marine, and even though Rumble has +2 Carapace, interesting enough, going for +2 Carapace very early on, it's not going to be enough. Flash is already knocking on his front door. Had he had those lurkers perhaps a little bit further back, maybe he would have been able to last until Defilers came out, but I still don't think that would have made a difference because Flash still had a way superior force. And Flash now running into the second expansion. There's absolutely nothing left inside of Rumble's base to defend with. The lurkers are, looks like, yeah, 1 lurker coming out and 1 Defiler, possibly with Consume, but really that's not going to be enough. And Flash, oh man, like I said, like clockwork, no matter whether even if he's ahead by a lot in the game like he was in this game, he still goes for what he needs to go for, and in this case, he decided to go for, well, he's always been deciding to go for those vultures in the late game. And they're just so effective against late game units. It's a wonder that more Terrans don't go for the vulture mines. I keep saying lurker for some reason. Vulture mines in the late game. But anyway, Flash now spotting the upper left expansion. He's probably going to take it down now with his Medic Marine force, and with that will go Rumble's hopes. And the Parasite has certainly detected for Flash, but it hasn't done anything for Rumble, and GG coming from Rumble. So Flash taking this victory fairly easily, 2-0 against Rumble. Really, they need to throw tough Zergs against Flash to really have any chance of beating him. Jaedong perhaps was that tough Zerg. I'm going to go off and watch the GOM TV finals, and you can spoil them afterwards. Although I do recommend actually you don't spoil them in the comments section, because many of my viewers probably haven't seen those finals, so do refrain from talking about them. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your comments, and this is Cholera signing off.